All right, my little math friends, here we are. We are moving further into chapter uh, 3 here, and just like I promised on my previous video, we're going to be working with multiplying and dividing decimals. And this is just going to be a review, just to give us a quick refresher on how to go about doing these, because there's some little steps that you kind of have to do here and there. So we just want to make sure we have this down before we start applying like all of our positive and negative rules to this. Okay, so that's all we're going to be doing. Okay, so here we go. First, we're going to take care of a couple multiplying problems, and then we'll look at some division problems. Okay, so let's take care of this multiplying problem right here. And again, you guys may know how to do this already. I know you guys have done it before. If you want to skip ahead, work these out, and then check your answers, feel free to do that. If you want to watch to get a refresher, then hey, that's up to you. That's the beauty of the video lessons. You can get what you need from these. Okay, here we go first. We got 3.4 times 6.5. Notice we got these parentheses again. Okay, this is going to be happening all through this year. These parentheses with numbers together means we're going to be multiplying. All right, doesn't matter which number I put up first. I kind of like to go with the bigger number, so I'm going to start with that. So I got 65 times 3.4. Okay, so we're just going to start multiplying that together. 4 times 5 is going to get me 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 6, 24, plus 2, 26. All right? Move down to your next row. Remember, when you're moving down to a second number, another row, you got to put a 0 there. All right? When you're starting off your second row. Now we're going to go ahead and get going. We got 3 times 5 is going to get us 15. Cross off that 2. Put your 1 right up there. 3 times 6, 18 plus 1 is going to give me 19. All right? Perfect. We just multiplied that together. Add those guys up here. We have 0, 11, carry your 1, another 11 plus 1, 12, carry the 1 again, and you got yourself a 2. Okay? Now, here comes the part where we got to put this decimal where it needs to go. All right? Take a look at your numbers up here. I have 1 decimal point, and I have 1 number to the right of the decimal point. So we have to move the decimal point. We have to put it down here depending on how many numbers we have to the right of our decimal points up here. Here's our decimal point. We just have 1 number to the right. So start back here at the very back of the number. Because we only have 1 number, you're only going to move it 1 time, and it's going to go right there. All right? So my final answer is going to come out to 221.0, which is just the same as 221. All right? There's our answer for that one. Let's take a look at our next problem. We got a couple different decimal points here. All right, I'm going to start with this number has 3 digits with it, so let's put that one up top first. Don't forget that decimal point. Okay, and then let's put this number right underneath of it here, 6.1. Okay, we don't have to line up our decimal points like we were doing in previously in chapter 3. That's only for adding and subtracting. Okay, multiplying doesn't matter. Let's go through here and get this thing multiplied. We got 1 times 3 is going to give me 3. This will get me 7, and that will get me 2. Very nice. Put a 0 there when you're starting a brand new row. Now let's go with our 6. 6 times 3 is going to give me 18. Carry the 1 there. 6 times 7, 42 plus 1, 43. Carry my 4. 6 times 2, 12 plus 4 is going to get me 16. All right, there we go. We got them all. Now it's time to add these puppies up here. Let's see what we get. Notice how I made them all nice and lined up. Do you guys like that? I hope you do. There's our 3. 7 times, or not times, geez, guys. 7 plus 8 is going to get me 15. I'm going to carry the 1. 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. Bring down this other 6, and this, whoa, back up. We're going to make that a 1. All right, there we go, perfect. So now getting down to the business of where to put this decimal point. All right, here we go. We got right here on this number, we have one number to the right of the decimal point. And in this number up here, we have two numbers to the right of the decimal point. So that gives me a total of three numbers that are to the right of our decimals. So that's how many times I'm going to move my decimal point. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. My decimal point is going to go right there. So my number is going to be 16.653. All right, there you go. There's your review for multiplying decimals. Now let's talk about dividing decimals, okay? Not going to be too much different than just regular dividing, so we're going to go ahead and set this up. We got 4.581 being divided by 9. So we're going to set that up just like this. 9 is going to be on the outside here, and we're going to have 4.581. Okay, time to get some division done. 9 does not go into 4. Put ourselves a 0 right there. But 9 will go into, if you move this decimal point, let's move that decimal point right up here. Okay, and we'll make this one kind of disappear. All right, put that decimal point right up there. And now let's say we got 9 into 45. All right, 9 goes into 45 5 times. 9 times 5 is 45. Do your subtraction. You're going to have a 0. Bring down your 8. Okay. 9 goes into 8 0 times. Okay, so we're just going to put that 0 right up there. Let's see, 9 times 0 is 0. You can do this subtraction step if you want to. Bring down the 1. 9 goes into 81 9 times. All right. There's my answer. No decimal point to move. We're just going to leave it just like that. 0.509 is going to be my final answer for that division problem. Okay. Now this one here, this next one, we got a little bit of an extra step here. I'm going to show you what's going to happen with this. Here's how it reads. 25.38 being divided by 0.6. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up. My 0.6 is going to be on the outside because this number is being divided by it. So 25.38. Okay, now here's what we got to do with this one. Notice on this other one over here how we didn't have a decimal point over here, so we were just good to rock and roll. This one over here, our rule says if we have a decimal point anywhere on the outside number, we have to move that decimal point to the end of the number. So that's what we have to do, okay? So to get this decimal point to the very end of the number, I just have to move it one time. Okay? Now, because we moved this one time, it's not fair that we don't move this one over here. Okay, we can't play favorites, guys. So this decimal point got moved. Move this decimal point too, and put him right there. All right, cross him off. So this is what we have now. We have 6 on the outside, and we have 253.8 on the inside. Okay, you got to move those decimal points to the end of the outside number. All right, then do the same thing over here. Okay, time to get down to some division. Let's go ahead and get this divided. So we got 6 into 25. That's going to give me 4 times. 6 times 4, 24. Go ahead and subtract that. We're left with 1. Bring down my 3. 6 goes into 13 2 times. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract that. Another 1. And my last number to bring down, the 8. Oh, this is going to work out nice. 6 goes into 18 3 times. 6 times 3 is 18. So we have a 0 remainder. All right. Now to get to the business of putting our decimal point where it needs to go. Notice how I lined up my numbers just right. That's exactly what you want to do, because when you move up this decimal point, that'll put it perfectly where it needs to be. All right, I'm going to rewrite that so it's a little bit nicer. 42.3. Okay, That's going to be our final answer, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this helped out. If you need some more help, let me know when you guys come back to class. We're going to work on an assignment to kind of review some more of this stuff together. All right, don't forget, you guys got those try this problems to do, and I'll see you guys next time in class.